You solemnly swear the testimony about to give in this cause to be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, shall be God?
Yeah. Gotta aim for the top like. Hold up. Yeah, I can never doubt myself, I know better. All of you critics be acting like you know better. Blowing the smoke, but I know when the dust settles. Said I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. All of those dark nights I got then, breaking my back to make it out, got me feeling like rain. I ain't never need your help, I know you wishing me well. A penny for your thoughts, but seeing no change. I snap for the sun like Diddy. The riches got a mad ass son, I'm like Billy. I ain't never switch up, whole team with me. But known for my city like OAGZ. Set the pace as long as you finish. Consumers find a way inside your business. Babble if they try to dabble in it, and they hate the fact that they may have to witness. You tryna aim for the top like this, and you're in your element with a fire like this, and they hoping you fall and they praying you miss, but it's all in the risk. I got you with the switch, you know.
How did you come up with the name Bulletproof? How did it all start?
Yeah, basically the name come from, I was in hospital for best part of 4 or 5 weeks. I had liver and kidney failure, and the doctor was like, it's really serious. And I was at the point where my bilirubins were climbing so fast, he said, you're gonna go straight renal failure or it's gonna sort of taper off. And luckily it did. Went home after 4 or 5 weeks and I thought, right, I need to do something with my life. So I thought I'd start ThinkLikeABrand. And then the name come up because someone said to me, oh, how did you manage to get through liver and kidney failure? And I was like, oh, bulletproof, nothing can touch me. And then basically the name was like, oh, hang on, I'll use bulletproof gym wear. And that's basically how the name came about. The actual logo, the bones at the bottom represent sort of death, you know, like the sort of morbid side of it, you know, at the bottom, and then the crown represents getting to the top, because obviously crown represents royalty and at the top of the sort of food chain, if you like. So it is the rise from the bottom to the top, and that's where the crown and the crossbones come from.
All right. What names were you sort of playing with before you come up with that?
I can't actually tell you what they were, they're that bad. From memory, I think it was the normal sort of thing, like, you know, Premier and Titan, you know, all these silly sort of things like that. But it just worked, it just sort of started. A lot of people said to me, that sounds silly, bulletproof, like your clothing's not bulletproof. I said, no, but it's the mindset going forward. Like, you can be bulletproof against anything, you know, so that's what it meant, everyday things, everyday challenges, so. Yeah.
And it's funny when the name hits you, and that's how it works in the whole creative process, is you could be trying to force it, and then one day you're out having a conversation or you see something or hear something, and then as soon as you hear it once, you're like,
that's it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was that was the sort of moment it just sort of clicked. Sounds silly, but I was like, no, this works.
So did you get the tattoo first, or did someone else actually have a tattoo?
No, I went first. I've now got, I've got it twice.
Okay.
No, I was really sort of slow to it. I mean, so far from memory, I think probably about 40 or 45, 50 people have had it done.
What was that like? What's that feeling? When the first person comes to, it's like,
I felt bad. I actually felt bad because the guy said to me, oh, can I have permission to the logo to have it tattooed? I went, don't need permission, you just did it. But when he actually got it done, it was done really nice. But when I see it, I was like, that's on you.
Yeah.
Like, if my brand ever went down, touch me, don't. Like, you got that suck having a Nike tick on your thing or whatever.
Should have sent him a message a week later. We're changing the logo.
So yeah, the first time round was really weird, and then people started getting it more. I had one customer had it on his neck. There's some really odd places. Some people about it. Some guy had it full on his chest. So to see it is really, it's really surreal. And then when you actually meet these people at like exhibitions, like trade shows, and then they get the tattoo out, I'm like, that's mad. Because I don't know anyone who's got a Nike tattoo or an Adidas tattoo, so why would you get that?
It must resonate with them, right?
Yeah.
And what about the actual coming up with the designs?
The designs are all based on sort of things that have happened to me over the years. I mean, for instance, Overcome Dark Days, this one, it's just things that I've had sort of health issues, you know, in the past, and a lot of the designs are based on that. The others are just based on sort of, I wouldn't say rebelling, but it's very, what's the word?
Rebelling.
It's rebelling, basically.
Why won't you die? Why won't you die?
Beneath this mask, there is more than flesh. Beneath this mask, there is an idea, Mr. Creedy. And Ideas are bulletproof.
The original actual screens are all here. So every screen, I'd say every screen I've ever done, there's probably about 8-9 years worth of screens. That's today our biggest seller, the Hooligan.
Yeah.
I think it's just the word, people just like the word. But you put that on anything and it flies out. And we do a lot of skull stuff, a lot of scripts, individual logos, big logos, self-made. Again, it's based on, I started this from scratch, so in my eyes, you can call yourself self-made. This one gets some looks. Again, it sells quite well. More skulls, menace. There's a lot of, loads of variety. Another big seller that we did, I think I've got it here, I'll show you. This is, this basically sold a lot. Boris, because of the whole
go to work, don't go to work, stay indoors. If you can work from home, go to work, don't go to work, go outside, don't go outside.
COVID, etc. I made a lot of money from that. Yeah, that sold really well. And then we also did do cancer, and we gave money to charity.
Yeah.
Because everyone's been affected by cancer.
I need all the wins, yeah. Ain't no L's, I gotta get it, no call it quits, yeah. Gotta keep on moving no matter how hard it gets, yeah. Better move out the way, cause I'm coming with harder hits. My head is as hard as a brick, but I'm harder than all of this.
Right, well, I'm gonna give you a quick crash course.
Go for it.
Yeah, I'll tell you about the basics of what's what. So this is obviously, again, we said before, this is a 4-arm screen printing carousel. The idea is you can print 4 t-shirts, not at once, but you can print one, spin it around. While you're printing this one, that one's flying.
Big time, no man now. Diamonds in my teeth, I got a lot of shine. Running up the number, that's a lot of crime.
At about a 30-degree angle, there's maths and science.
Yeah.
Lot of sun, smoky in the air, that's a lot of pine. Pockets running over with the dollar sign. Try to take it from me. Yeah. Big time, big time, big time. Big time. Big time. You are watching a master at work. Big time.
Here comes a new challenger.
Right, so if you get, just watch yourself in all the paints. If you get the spray adhesive,
Okay.
and you're basically going to spray not too close, not too far, the area, but not too much of it, it's too sticky. There's a lot to it.
Not too close, not too far,
Yeah,
the area, but I love your directions, man. It's
Just-
like, when's the school opening?
Yeah, that's enough, that's
Yeah?
fine. Yeah, cool.
All right.
Right, this is the hard, believe it or not, this is the hard bit. Right, so you've got to put the rear of the t-shirt on there and try and get it straight.
I'm struggling already. Here we go. Nope. There we go. So I'm looking for it to be even on both.
Yeah, you want to come forward a bit as well, otherwise the design will be too far up.
Okay.
So you cast it about there, and then just make sure the seam, yeah, either way, that's about right.
Okay.
Then just pull it all out so it's tight.
I feel it sticking.
Kind of the customer wants
They want to.
Yeah, you happy with
Yeah.
that?
Well, I don't know.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, go on then.
That's all right. Right.
So the lining up issue then,
Right, no, so basically,
you'd lock it into.
it locks in
Oh,
place.
okay.
So
You can lock it
a
into
lot of people
place.
say to me, how do you get it locked into place before? But I'll show you how to do that. Right, so you're going to want to hold it You're gonna hold that sort of distance there, yeah? When you push it. Right, so first things first, hold it in the middle there.
Yeah.
Lift the screen up with one hand. Now you're gonna drag it all the way up, but don't go too far and hit that. You wanna sort of stop, yeah?
So yeah.
So you're gonna drag that. Yeah, that's it, I stop there. Put the screen down.
Down.
Yeah, put this down like that.
All right, yeah.
Now put 2 hands on the squeegee.
And that's enough paint on all of it? Or?
It'll be all right. And then push it down on like that.
Okay, yeah.
About that angle. A little bit more of an angle. Right? And then push quite hard. But don't go all the way to the end. You want to sort of stop around here, otherwise it pushes all the ink into that.
Okay.
That's it there. And then rest that against there. So come off there. Then lift it up. There you go.
Look at that.
Bang on.
Not too bad. Doesn't
that's
look like
all right.
I've got it in the centre.
No, that's cool. That's already pre-lined up. So that's perfect, mate. You can see why you can get so messy, then, can't you?
So then how do you
got
manage touching the t-shirts when you've got everything over your hand?
Skill. Yeah, look. Just use that. You see how it gets?
Yeah.
Like you can work clean, but sometimes it just gets everywhere. Like it's.
Did you try wearing gloves at the beginning?
Yeah, I tried that. Then you can't feel like this, you know what I mean. You can't get a feel for it. Then what we'll do, we'll take this over to the actual oven. It will cure in there. That's where the final cure is done.
So in a day, how much can you get done? What's been like some of your biggest days? Obviously around Christmas, Black Friday, you're turning
I think
out.
the most I've banged out hundreds before. If it's a one colour print, you get your 4 t-shirts, bang, bang, bang. You can do hundreds. But if it's 2 colour and it's got a logo on the front as well, then it slows you down. You can do sort of like 100, 110 or something.
And what's the longest you've gone where you just print in no sleep?
Same as you, like 3-4 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
You sort of start at like 9, get in at sort of 3s, 4s, sleep, and then come out. But in the old unit in Braintree, that's where I used to sleep in the office. So I'd finish printing, go in the office, sleep for 3-4 hours, come back out, and then do another pile of clothes.
Yeah.
And then just because the Black Friday is such a busy time.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for the comeback. Steve Nash, I'm about to bring the sun back. Forecast looking bright for the comeback. Can't ignore it, promise you can never sun that. I pray for it, get ready for the comeback.
Big L,
Yeah.
Big L.
Yeah, I think it's time for the comeback. I hope you're ready for the.
Right. So this is the
shop. This is actually called Last Is. So this was named after my friend who passed away probably about 3 years ago now. He's actually on the wall. He was one of my best friends, and he was always about the brand, supported the brand. Every item of clothing I'd have, he would have. He wore it on tour wherever he went. Always speaking about the brand. Yeah, he passed away, and I just thought, I was building the shop anyway, but I thought it's only right that I'll call it, like name it after him. So this is Last Is. It's the shop that I always wanted but couldn't have on a high street because high street overheads, public liability, and it's just crazy. So, and obviously the high street's dead anyway. It's all online. So this is, I've always wanted a shop, so I thought, well, what better way to put the shop in the unit, and then people can just walk in and instead of going online, just come in, try stuff on, feel the clothes. Because a lot of people say they're quite sort of funny about buying online if they've never bought from you before. Yeah. So they can come in and actually feel the clothing and say, it's actually really decent stuff. But it was mainly for me, selfish reasons, because I'm like, I've got a shop. And I thought, what sort of makes a shop? If you've got a counter, it's a shop, so it's not just a square. I haven't got a till. So
you come in here sometimes and set up the money and just sit there. Waiting for customers,
Yeah,
Why not?
so obviously we've got all of our, not the whole range, because we probably stock, online there's probably 25, 30 designs, so I only hold probably 5 or 6 designs in here. Ranging from just simple tech stuff. Again, that's one of our best sellers, the Hooligan. And then we do like the more sort of pictorial stuff. It's more sort of going out, streetwear kind of.
So talk to me about that process of coming up with those
the designs.
Is it like a fun process for you? Is it something you enjoy doing?
Yeah, if I'm honest, if I could sit in the office all day designing, I would. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like printing. It's cool, you know, you get to see, you know, you do it and it's satisfaction. You're like, I've made that product, I've printed it and it goes out, someone's wearing it. It's amazing. But designing it, it's that whole process of coming up with an idea and then seeing it on the screen.
Do you think differently when you're designing? Like you start and you're like, oh, that's good. No, I don't want to be printing that.
Yeah. And the thing is, when I'm in the office, I've got a glass window. So when I'm designing, I can see this carousel screen printer.
Just talking
and
to
it's
you.
calling me. What are you doing? So I'm like, no, I'm designing. But I suppose the money is made with the printing and the designing, but you can get carried away designing.
So that's what I was going to say. A lot of, especially people that start up, what's good about the way you've done it is the time between coming up with a different design.
Yeah.
Because the amount of people that design, get someone else to print it, there's design something else, and by the end of the day, or end of the week, they've got like 20 different types,
and you can't.
They're not pushing
That's
any
right.
of them.
And also, like that being said, another thing that people make the mistake of over ordering stock. That's a massive mistake. Like when I first started, I still do it now. I print to order as such. I do pre-print a lot of stuff now, but what I used to do, which kept me going for years, was orders will come in. I'd then order the blank. The blank would come in, like the blank t-shirt. I'd print it, send it out. Some people will go, right, I'm going to pre-print 100 t-shirts. And then they sit there thinking, why? I've not sold them all.
Yeah.
So when you print to order, it's kind of long-winded because you've got to do it fast, you know. But at the same time, it saves you thousands. Yeah. Because you haven't got stock sitting there.
So how do you gauge then what designs you're gonna? Because like you said, the problem is someone would come up with a design in their head. They're like, "That's the one, 100 t-shirts done."
Yeah.
And it's sitting there because people don't really like it or it doesn't resonate with them.
That's the next problem.
How do you get over that?
That's a good question, and that is so difficult because I will design something that I think that's great, that looks amazing, but then sometimes you have to step back and think, well, is my audience going to like it? You know, my regular customers going to like it? And 9 times out of 10, they will. But sometimes I think only a handful of times I've put out a design and it's like that didn't sell. But in my head, I'm like, that's going to smash it. That's going to do really well, and it don't. And then that's another thing. What that will put people off. So if you've got a brand and your stuff, not all of it's not selling, but you put a t-shirt out, it doesn't sell. You put another one out, it doesn't sell. People will think brand's done. But you can't please everyone with design. So you've got to be sort of think, all right, I'll take that on the chin. Not everyone liked it. You've got to carry on. Yeah. But people get deterred and they'll be like, my brand's dead after 6 months.
Do you ever sort of push or leak the actual design on social to see what the response is first?
For weeks and weeks.
Yeah.
That's another good question. It's a great question because no one asks this. It's true because what you do, you get on Instagram. That's why Instagram's so good. I'll do like a video boomerang or whatever, or half the image, and it'll be like coming soon or what's your sort of thoughts on this design? And then if your phone starts pinging and you're like, I'm putting it out. Yeah. But if it's a little bit slow, then you think, right, maybe I won't release that, but you'll keep it here, and then maybe for another time. Or if it doesn't get the reaction you want, you put it on a different colour t-shirt, and suddenly, so it is a good idea to sort of put previews out there. Don't just do a design and go, I like that, and get it printed. No, that won't work.
I'm in the zone. Give me the chrome. One shot, that's all that you got. That's all that I know. Foot on the gas. 155 on the road. You could be a friend of me, an enemy. Keep that same old energy, cause I know I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. I'm in my element. Ooh, yeah. Keep that same energy. I'm in my element. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up. Never switch up.
Talk to me about some of this other stuff in there, because not all of it is
So
clothing.
so we've got our own pre-workout line, or we've got our own supplement line. Basically, I mean, I'd say everyone's doing it, but not everyone's doing it well. I mean, there's a lot of companies out there that are absolutely smashing it, all the right ingredients. But there's a lot of sort of tacky brands out there putting all sorts of silly pictures on the front and just trying to cash in quickly. But we wanted to put the best ingredients in there and value for money. And it does what it says on the tin, if you like. So obviously we've got like a pre-workout. Again, our packaging is very sort of stealth, very sort of, also I'd say almost military or army-like. And again, it does tie in with Bulletproof, like the words, like assault, sawn off, reload. It goes to that whole sort of...
some brand, isn't it?
Yeah, it ties in. So yeah, we've been doing that for about a year. It's doing really well. But it goes hand in hand, so it was a no-brainer. So me and my business partner, Phil, been working on that for about a year now.
So tell me what that's like, because you spend X amount of years by yourself, basically, getting a business going, and now all of a sudden you got a business partner that brings pros but also cons as well. What was that dynamic like?
That was, I would say, it was kind of a natural process. Like it works. So me and Phil go back. My business partner, we've known each other for years, but it was unusual because I've never given anyone, like with Bulletproof, I've never given anyone the reins to run with Bulletproof. Yeah, probably never will. But it's always been me. So now I've got this business. It's kind of like Phil makes decisions, and I'm like, oh, okay. But you've got to. That's what you've got to do because. He's very up on the whole ingredients and the science side of it, so that's what he does. He knows that, so I have to, he runs with that. I'll do the design, but yeah, it's difficult because I've never let someone else sort of make decisions. And
so I was the same. So I spent years running businesses by myself, and then when we started Table 8 Media, running it with someone else, like you said, at first it's like you're fighting. You both have your own fields, but where there's crossover, there's also conflict. Yeah, but on the flip side, having someone else in it with you, what's that like?
This is a good thing because, like I say, I don't know about how to make a perfect sort of blend for a pre-workout as such, but Phil does. So if I do the design, I can step back knowing that he smashes it. He knows what he's doing with that. So I'm like, actually. This is cool because I'm not having to do that, and it's in good hands. So it is nice. So I suppose actually with Bulletproof, if I had someone, it would be easier for you. But where it's been 10 years, I'm stubborn in my way. Yeah. But you're right. It's weird at first, but it is a good thing.
Yeah, just to have someone to bounce ideas off of.
Oh, definitely.
Especially even if they're in here, even if it is on Bulletproof stuff, and just say, hey, what do you think of this or that? Yeah. But just having someone to talk to, because it's a lot of work just to spend hours and hours by yourself printing.
No, I mean, on my own, it does get it gets a bit weird. You're like, you're talking to yourself.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming on my landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like. Yeah, you about to see me on demand like. On demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't ever going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor.
Cool, so let's talk about it then.
Yeah, so online now. So basically the idea come, my friend Mike has got his own rum called 24 Royale. And then for a year or so, just spoke about clothing. He's very about marketing. He loves design, and he used to have a clothing brand. And then he said to me one day, he said, look, I've got all the contacts to make a drink. I know the best distilleries. He said, do you want to do like like a joint thing, like a collab. And I was like, yeah, definitely. And he literally gave me free reign. He was like, design it how you want it. So obviously it had to be the sort of Tiffany colour green. And his is 24 Royale. So I was like, we'd call it Bulletproof Royale. And I was like, all right, go with Skittles. And then we sent the Skittles to the distillery, and they kind of, however they do it, they work out a flavour, how they taste, sent some samples to us, tried it again and again.
Does it have the alcohol in it when you're
yeah,
trying it?
Oh yeah.
Some good sessions.
Yeah, some good sort of tasting sessions. Right. I'm probably freestyling this. I'm not going to lie, I've done 4, maybe 5 glasses of this. This is Mike. Mike, say hello.
Hello, as you can see, he's a bit tipsy from our little sample tasting.
Mate, I'm not going to lie, this stuff is absolutely powerful.
Talk to me about mindset then, because this journey's not been an easy one. I know we've spoken in the past and you've had like a lot of health issues you have to get over, a lot of business issues you have to get over. And most people would have been like, I need to slow down.
I've given up. I think you've got to be, I was going to say that, mentally you've got to be, I wouldn't say different from anyone else, but any other sane person would have given up, I would say 5-6 years ago, being thrown serious curveballs, whether it be health or money or life in general. Any normal person would have thrown the towel in and gone, this is hard work. I need a 9 to 5, normal income, secure, whatever. But
so what's been that driving force then?
I'd say the fact that I've come so far, I've always hated the thought of giving up and then people going, oh, that flopped. You failed. Do you know what I mean? People thinking, like, imagine, I don't know, say you're at a local supermarket and you ain't seen someone for a few years. Oh, how's the clothing going? You're still doing it. To go to someone, no, would absolutely kill me.
Yeah.
So it's that letting people down, even people you don't know. I don't like the idea of that. And
it's the thing, once you've run your own business for so long, the thought of working for someone else.
Oh, no.
It's almost impossible.
We've done it as we worked together before. I couldn't do it because you're going to have someone telling you what to do, but you've been doing what you want to do for how many years?
Yeah.
So you'll be like, what? No, I'm doing
crazy.
I'll do it my way.
I have friends that do the same thing I do for other people, like marketing, creative, and I call them and they text me like, oh, I'm not allowed to answer my phone. I'm like,
what do you mean? Answer your phone.
Yeah, quickly, I'm out in the hallway, but I'm not allowed to speak at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm like,
but I'm here like
in person. What do you mean? You're not at school anymore. Right?
No, that whole 9 to 5. Obviously, I've done the 9 to 5 and worked for other people, but I just find that I'm just better doing my thing, and I've got so much free. It's the freedom to do exactly what. Same with the clothing, you've got freedom to produce, to be able to produce something from a computer, get it on a t-shirt, and someone actually buys it because they like it and they wear it, is better than any payday. That for me, apart from if someone's had a tattoo and they're like, well, but that for me is that's you can't beat that feeling. Really,
and the actual enjoyment that you get out of it, I guess, like, it is very different. Like, if I did what I do now for someone else,
you wouldn't be as
it wouldn't feel the same. Yeah, no. It definitely wouldn't feel the same.
You wouldn't put
the
passion into it as you do for yourself.
So I enjoy what I do. The same as you probably enjoy this whole process, but if you had to do it for someone else, it just wouldn't have that same connection.
No, you'd be looking at the clock thinking, when can I go home?
So yeah, so for me, come Sunday, I'm getting excited to go back to work.
Right, I'm Monday. Exactly the same. Do you know what? I'm exactly the same. And I actually get the ump when there's, it sounds really bad, when there's like a bank holiday. Are you saying?
Yeah.
I'm like, hang on, but I should be working, sort of thing. Like, it gives me and my missus time, we'll go out and do something, which is cool. But yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, but I'm missing a day where I should be working. But so it's hard to find that balance because obviously you've got home life and, you know.
I literally had to remove all computers from my house for the whole year.
You're just on them all the time.
Because I'd be like, hurried up, get the kids to bed. And then the missus might be wanting to watch a film or something like that.
But you're like...
And sometimes I would, but I'm sitting there like, oh, come on, hurry up. And then as soon as the film's done, I'm sort of on the computer, checking stuff, working. And I'd work till, I think 1 year, I was getting an average like 3 hours sleep for a whole year. And it was killing me, and it's absolutely stupid. There's smarter ways to work.
Yeah. But then that's installed in you. That's your drive. Without that, you won't get anywhere. That's what I find. If I don't wake up thinking of colourways and materials, the day I wake up and don't think of that, I think then you should call it a day because you're not passionate anymore, and you won't get very far if you're not like that. If you don't think about your brand every day or how you're going to scale your brand or anything, then you're done and you're slowly to see it disappear.
If life was a video game, what cheat code would you use the most?
Infinite lives. Yeah, definitely.
All right, another video game. If life was a video game, what would it be?
Street Fighter 2. Hence the t-shirt.
Zombie apocalypse. What is your full strategy and plan to survive?
Find the nearest supermarket, stock up in tin food, then find someone that does some guns, which is probably not available in the UK. Petrol, and then hide. Eating
like
tin peaches.
Sounds like you're giving that some thought.
Yeah, no, I've got a lot of yeah.
You sent me all the video game ones. What's the best video game ever created? Let me guess.
Street Fighter 2, standard.
Street Fighter 2 Turbo or?
No, actually Turbo, no, original.
On what console did you? It used to come out on...
Sega Mega Drive. I used to play it on the arcade.
Yeah.
So anything really, SNES or Mega Drive, whatever, but Street Fighter, yeah, that's why I've got Ryu on there.
How much did it, so when you was playing it on, probably give your age away, how much did it used to cost for a go?
I reckon it was something like 10p, you know?
Yeah,
same as when you got a bus, like 10p at a bus. Anywhere, you get on a bus with 10p.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm old. We're old.
I remember when leaving the house, your mum would give you £1.
Yeah, and
that would get you to school, get you a drink, and get you home.
Yeah, I know. Back in the day, and a bag of chips and chocolate.
Oh. What sport would be the funniest to add a mandatory amount of alcohol to? So you had to have X amount.
No, I say darts. They get all the time, don't they?
I think they're professional alcoholics.
Do you know what I'd say? I'd say swimming. Because you know they go to the end and they got to turn around and come back. Yeah, they probably would. Yeah, I'd say swimming.
Going into the other lane.
Yeah, or freestyle diving. Mate, can you imagine that?
To climb up.
Or even the pole vault. That's a good question.
Desert island, you can bring 3 people, but can't be any of your family.
Oh, who would you choose? All right. I'd have Ricky Gervais, 100%. If there was 3 Ricky Gervaises, I'd take 3 of him. Adam Sandler, and I think he's dead now. The black guy from Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Do you know what I mean? Hear No Evil, See No Evil. Black guy.
No. What is that?
Comedy. It's got the 2. Oh, mate.
Oh, yeah. Richard Pryor.
Richard Pryor, yeah. Them 3. I'll take them 3, yeah. It'll just be jokes all day.
No food. No Bear Grylls.
Nope. No.
Let's just laugh on
laughing, it's all dying.
Yeah. Cool. All right. I reckon that about wraps it. It was good fun.
You need to write on the wall, obviously.
Hey, reckless tour, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soul. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Hey, I
Then push hard, that's it. Stop there. And then rest that, like that, and come up. Oh, we didn't put a t-shirt on that. Do you know how many times I've done that? Yeah.
Done. Those questions there.
How active have we got to be? Can I do one?
They're like silly questions anyway, like.
Go on, give it a go.
If I would have caught that, that would have been. Come on.
Oh, mate. No, it's not as easy as you think.
I blame his phone.
Yeah.
You got to,
I think he's going to carry on.
we just need one and then we can edit it, like.
Go on.
And in post. In post, that would be so smooth.
That will be. Slow motion.
Yeah.
Look at me, I don't break rules again. I'ma go drop rules for them. Show them how to win, not lose again. Whoa, look at the way that we walk, it's a habit. Look at the fabric, all of it lavish. They say I'm sleeping, but where is the mattress? I don't believe him, I hear him, I'm gasping. Look at the way that we walk, it's a vibe. All in the eyes, you see the vibes. I've been expensive since I was 5. I'm telling no lies, ayy. Reckless tour, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soar. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Ayy, I said reckless tour, but I got expensive habits. Don't step in soar. I'm a real one, check my fabric. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way up. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, out of this atlas, I point way up. I got a passion mixed with action, boy, don't play. Look at my fabric, way up. Mixed with action, play us. Out of this atlas, way up. I got a passion, play us.